Hi, my name is Vena. I'm originally from Rare, but I live in Nandi. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm John from Kornabuan, Tafua. I love listening to Today FM. It rocks.
Bula, I'm Teopola.
Bula, I'm Agnesi.
We love listening to Today FM because it rocks in Ba.
Hola, my name is Isal. I've been listening to Today FM.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Tonight, Prime Minister tells chiefs not to politicize government developments. Dengue fever cases on the rise. And 10 police officers on assault charges.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spade.
Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama last night lashed out at Takandrove chiefs over talks to not have a traditional welcoming ceremony for him in Taveuni. The Prime Minister says the chiefs should not politicize developments the government is undertaking. Eleanor Tarangaivu reports.
Stern and not mincing his words, Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama clearly articulated his displeasure over information he received that there would not be any traditional welcoming ceremony for him and his delegation at the official opening of the Somosomo hydroelectric project.
We were told that a traditional welcome ceremony will not be accorded to the current government. I want to make myself clear, I am not here to be accorded with traditional ceremonies. I am here because of the development project that is to be commissioned. I want to clarify that development projects carried out by the government is for all of us Fijians.
The Prime Minister stated he has on numerous occasions called on chiefs not to impose the political resolve on the people.
I always reminded you village elderly not to impose political issues, else it will affect members of the community in as far as development works are concerned. I am thankful to you landowners for volunteering to provide hospitality for us this afternoon. The traditional welcome that these civil services were accorded within some other places is different. I want to make myself clear to all of you, do not bring political issues in the development works of our nation.
Bainimarama then took the opportunity to thank the land-owning unit of Nasarata for according him the traditional ceremony of welcome from the Bakasombu, which is done when he gets off the vehicle, right to the Angona ceremony.
I am delivering this vote of thanks on behalf of the civil servants to you landowners for supporting the development works to ensure electricity is provided.
Several land-owning units FBC News spoke to refuse to come on camera. However, they say that they were ready to receive the Prime Minister, but they were informed 2 weeks ago not to accord him any traditional ceremony. Eleanor Turangaibu, FBC News.
The government will not rest until all children are being taught in modern functional school buildings, says Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama. Speaking at New Sawa Methodist High School in Taveuni yesterday, Bainimarama said the rebuilding of classrooms to a new standard is progressing day by day. Eleanor Tarangaivu reports.
419 classrooms were either destroyed or damaged when Tropical Cyclone Winston hit Fiji a year ago. Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama has told the people of Taveuni, government is making tremendous progress in getting all our children back into proper classrooms.
Already we have begun rebuilding 79 schools throughout the country with plans to begin constructions on 55 others soon. And when those schools do reopen their doors, they will be of the standard and quality worthy of the students who call them home.
During his tour of the Northern Division, the Prime Minister received pleas and requests from parents for the quick rehabilitation of schools, as most of the children are still having classes in tents. He called for their patience.
We are not here to build a Fiji that will stand for only 1 year or for a single term in office. We are building a Fiji that will last, schools that will stand for generations, homes that can be depended on to keep our people sheltered, and infrastructure that can be relied upon in times of crisis.
Across the country, over 23,000 individuals have already been provided high-quality materials to rebuild their homes through the Help for Homes initiative.
We are in the process of securing additional materials for our other affected communities that are of a standard our people can rely on when future severe weather events come this way.
Bainimarama says it will take many years to fully reclaim everything we lost, given the extent of damage and destruction. Eleanor Turangiwiu, FBC News.
Fiji stands to save millions of dollars in its fuel bill with the generation of electricity from the Somosomo hydroelectric project. The $21 million project is benefiting villagers who for years wanted to connect to the grid. Eleanor Turangiwiu again with this story.
Hundreds of homes in Taveuni are now receiving affordable electricity supply 24 hours a day following the completion of the Somosomo hydroelectric project late last year.
With today's opening, we take another step forward to providing affordable electricity to our people, to our rural communities, and the implications of this will be far-reaching.
Built by Hunan Construction of China, the Somosomo Hydro project and Wayevo Diesel Power Station took 2.5 years to complete.
I have been advised that the Somosomo Hydro project will generate 6 million units of electricity per annum from the Somosomo Hydro Power Station, which would save our nation some $1.9 million in diesel fuel importation per annum.
With a $14.5 million grant from the government of China and $6.8 million from the Fijian government, the project is expected to save Fiji millions of dollars in fuel money.
In addition to the construction of the station itself, the Hunan Construction Company also built 10 kilometers of transmission line, enabling individual households, villages, schools and shops along the line to get connected into the power grid.
The project is in line with government's mission of providing 90% of all our energy requirements through renewable energy sources by the year 2025. Eleanor Turangiwiu, FBC News.
The Ministry of Health has recorded 155 cases of dengue fever. National Advisor Communicable Diseases Dr. Mike Kama says people with any symptoms such as red eyes, fever and nausea for more than 2 days must seek medical attention. Maggie Boyle with the story.
Health officials are concerned as dengue fever cases are on the rise. National Advisor for Communicable Diseases Dr. Mike Kama is urging the public to self-manage as soon as they feel sick.
The ministry has been notified of 155 cases, so just 10 more than the last update on Monday. And of this 155, I've registered about 30 from the Central Division, over 90 in the Western Division.
Another area of concern is the possible rise of conjunctivitis, or the itchy eye infection known locally as Zika.
Conjunctivitis is endemic in Fiji because we have the viruses and so forth that cause this. Not only infective, but there's also irritant conjunctivitis and also allergic conjunctivitis from pollens and so on and so forth.
Deputy Secretary for Health Dr. Eric Rafai says the Fight the Bite campaign is being reactivated to curb the spread of dengue fever. There are 155 confirmed cases of dengue fever recorded across the country, with the hotspot being the Western Division, accounting for more than 90 cases so far. The Ministry of Health is advocating the preventative measures with the Fight the Bite campaign expected to be launched next week. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
11 police officers were charged with criminal offences by the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions last month. Police Commissioner Brigadier General Sitiveni Ngilio says he will not condone officers breaking the law. Kelly Vavala reports.
No one is above the law, especially those who have taken an oath to uphold and protect it. Commissioner Sitiveni Ngilio says there is no place in the force for officers involved in illegal activities.
Once they are charged, they are put on interdiction on half their salaries. And once convicted, they are removed from the force. And there have been constant reminders. Like I've said before, I don't condone dirty cops within the organization. Treat them like any ordinary citizen when they do wrong.
Fijians say policemen and women should set an example.
Police officers should help us instead.
I think police officers should maintain peace within the country.
This will set example to us generation.
Of the 11 officers, 1 is charged for stealing a laptop and 10 others are charged with assault causing bodily harm. Police Commissioner Ngilio says police officers play a very important role in maintaining peace and officers should be law-abiding and responsible. Kelly Pathala, FBC News.
Still ahead, missing toddler's body found in a river in Lautoka. And more than 100 students graduate from the University of the South Pacific.
कमल रोशनी है, हम लोगों में रहते हैं और मिर्ची एफएम सबसे बेस्ट स्टेशन है।
हमारा नाम मिर्ची है, हम गोल्ड टाउन तापुआ में रहता है और मिर्ची इज हॉट इन तापुआ।
Hi, we Bagels. We love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
निवेश तमरोबा में रहता हूँ, सुनता है यहाँ मिर्ची एफएम is very hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
The body of 2-year-old Peter Mbaravilala Jr., who was last seen at his grandparents' home in Sandalwood Street in Lautoka on Sunday, has been found. A 26-year-old man who was collecting firewood near the Vunato Creek this morning made the discovery. The child's mother has confirmed his identity. Investigations continue. The Fisheries Ministry is concerned that banned underwater breathing apparatus or UBAs continue to be used. Such devices present a real danger to the users. A man in the Asawas died from decompression sickness, also called the bends, in the Asawas last month. Savaira Tambor reports.
The ministry is now involving stakeholders such as village headmen to watch for illegal diving using banned underwater breathing equipment.
We are using a consultative approach towards it. We are asking all the service providers for diving tanks. We are asking fishermen and all the people involved in harvest of sea cucumber to come into the party and provide us with information so that we are able to monitor these illegal activities.
Minister Semi Korelevsau says there's a gap in enforcing the ban in some coastal areas and outer island, which provides an opportunity for divers to break the ban, keep using illegal UBAs.
I think there should be more manpower to stop the ban.
There should be more awareness about it.
Limited resources and manpower are a hindrance to monitoring the situation, but by involving village headmen and beach dimmer buyers, officers hope become more effective in locating those breaking the UBA ban. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
188 graduates graduated from the Australia Pacific Technical College today. In the last decade, more than 10,000 Pacific men and women have gained an Australian standard qualification through APTC. Anna Ravulo has more.
It was a day of joy and excitement for graduates after years of studying.
My future is probably something more brighter, probably even going abroad, getting another job overseas.
I'm planning on studying my own business.
Further my studies in the electrical engineering and gain more knowledge in the electrical field.
Employment Minister Choni Usamati says more and more Fijians are now taking up studies with Australia Pacific Technical College.
The current employment rate of APTC graduates, I'm glad to see, is at 85%, with 90% of employers reporting that APTC graduates have achieved significant technical, personal and professional development through APTC training.
With more than 150 graduates graduating today, 65 of them are female, and this number is expected to grow in years to come. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
The Fiji Roads Authority Board has approved the construction of a temporary Bailey Bridge at the Kasavu Slip on the Kings Highway. FRA Chief Executive John Hutchinson says a single-lane Bailey Bridge will take about 3 months to install. This will permit buses and heavy vehicles operating at legal loads to use the Kings Road. It will be controlled by solar-powered traffic lights. The FRA is completing the technical design and sketches as well as seeking prices. Rachel is here now with the very latest from the world of business.
Good evening. In our business segment tonight, Chinese investors seek local opportunities. And in growing Fiji, new look facility opens at Nadi Airport.
And later on, sports with Jamie, more from the Fiji Sevens team in Las Vegas.
I'm Prabhu from Nekota and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Stanley Goodler and I'm from Australia, but I'm part Fijian from Watraki, and I love listening to Today FM Rocks.
For the best music and less talk, we tune into Today FM in Nasalai Village. Today FM rocks.
My name is Inai Ali and I'm from Ba, and I love the big breakfast on Today FM. I just love it and hope you love it too.
My name is Jay from La Paz. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Naushin and I'm from Sambeto, and I love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In business tonight, a 15-member delegation of senior business executives, mainly from Hong Kong and Shanghai, undertook discussions with Investment Fiji yesterday. Chief Executive Gura Muller-Tut encouraged them to invest in agriculture, tourism, manufacturing and green energy. He said the delegation's key interest was to find out more about investments and growth incentives provided by the government. There were also talks about potential ventures in real estate and tourism, as well as bilateral trade with Hong Kong and mainland China. The shipping industry has seen drastic growth over the past years. Shipping Services Limited Managing Director Bernard Hong Tai says this is evident in the cargo imports and exports. He adds the increased activity shows there is potential, but there is much work that needs to be done to allow Fiji to become a cargo hub.
We have a transshipment port in Malaysia called Tanjung Pelepas, and it's a hub, and cargoes in, goes out 24/7. That's what we like for this region. It's obviously not as big, it's the Pacific, but we are in the middle of the Pacific as well, so all countries have used Fiji as a hub at one stage or the other. We'd like to develop that going forward.
Once again, the US dollar is on a rise, and here's Elizabeth Petty from HFC Bank who tells us how this is happening.
One factor in the increase was the United States' initial jobless claims report for the week ending February 24th. It dropped by 19,000 to 223,000. This was the lowest recorded in almost 44 years. It's expected the stronger labor market and inflation will drive the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates at their next meeting on the 15th of March. Other markets are also speculating on an interest rate hike, which is lifting the US dollar higher and weakening the New Zealand and Australian dollars. Our Fijian dollar also weakened against the US dollar today, and this will benefit our exports purchased in US dollars. Meanwhile, Japan noted a 1% rise in its core inflation today to 0.4%. It was the first inflation rate increase in over a year. And back to you, Rachel.
Thanks, Elizabeth, for the update. Now on to today's exchange rates. The Chinese yuan and the American dollar both dropped, closing at 3.24 and 47 cents, while our regional currencies went up as Australia and New Zealand closed at 65 cents respectively. Meanwhile, the PNG Kina dropped to close at 131. There was a drop across the commodities market as oil went down to close at $52.77 a barrel. Gold also fell to close at $1,238 an ounce, and silver followed suit to close at $17.74 an ounce. In Go in Fiji tonight, the public can now use the new drop-off area recently opened at the Nadi International Airport. The curved route, part of the $130 million upgrade, safeguards passengers from the elements. Alan Stolz has more.
This is the first view visitors have of Fiji as they check in at the newly refurbished Nadi International Airport. Open to the public yesterday, the drop-off area has 2 lanes, one made especially for buses. Airport Fiji Limited's executive chairman Faiz Khan says this is one of the biggest milestones of the project.
3 years we've been working on this project. Hawkins PBS has been working on this project for the last 2.5 years, and yesterday was quite a special moment.
The new airport will also have an Air New Zealand and Fiji Airways lounge, a smoker's room and a room for prayer.
And it's non-denominational, so you can have people of different faiths coming and praying at the same time.
The airport renovation also faced challenges due to the instability of the 70-year-old terminal.
Significant finds was the asbestos, and certainly in the arrivals area, one of the older parts of the building. And obviously the only way we could manage that was by bringing in additional resource and also train local contractors.
The drop-off area is the first and last impressions that international travellers have of our country. And Khan says this will increase the capacity of the airport by 100%. Ellen Stahls, FBC News.
And that's a wrap on the Business Desk. Now with the very latest in sports, here's Jamie.
Thank you, Rachel, and good evening. Up ahead in sports, Gareth Baber announces team for Las Vegas Sevens. And Saula Wanga to miss do-or-die match for Men in Black. This and more coming up.
Well, te bitarokuta mai kono kulan rasa lutoka doba talenta kana porong na radio Fijiwan.
Bulan arango fina mai korabiri nandi auto talenta kana porong na radio Fijiwan na programa ni mas masu na mataklailai.
Oya ochone kurinambila mai bunangoru na makete hinga toka kwe do talenta kina na porong na radio Fijiwan kina na domoi viti.
Na radio Fijiwan na domoi viti na vonga ni BNN.
The Vodafone Fiji Sevens team has named its 12-member squad for the Las Vegas tournament. Coach Gareth Baber has excluded Setereki Mituniata and has named Alivereti Vetokani as the 13th player in the list. He'll only be drafted in if there's an injury. Apisain Domalaila and Masibesin Dakuanga also make their return to the team. Baber has named a strong backline, retaining a wealth of experience. Waisen Nadungu has also been recalled after being dropped from the last leg. Fiji kicks off its Las Vegas campaign against Japan at 12:09 p.m. tomorrow. All Black Sevens captain Scott Curry is still feeling the after effects of concussion and will miss this weekend's World Series tournament in Las Vegas. Organizers of the Fiji Bitamara Sevens warn that spots are quickly filling up and is urging local clubs to register soon or risk missing out. Club President Lawrence Thikram confirmed today that even former champions Red Rock is also yet to register a team for the tournament. Russell Prasad has more.
The Lamy-based club has won the Mari Sevens twice, but hasn't lost its paperwork for the top local competition.
As of today, when I looked at the listing, they still haven't registered. But I know for sure we have two teams from Tawini, First Light 1 and First Light 2. We have the police team in as well. We have Army team.
Time isn't in Red Rock's favor. There aren't many spots left.
We are keeping 4 spots aside for the 3 Japanese clubs and the PNG team. If they do not confirm to us by next week, Friday, we will make those spots available to our local grassroots club.
Organizers have received a record number of registration for the main competition, and 2 other divisions are also seeing more interest.
The classic oldies competition has sold out. In the women's competition, we have only 4 spots available.
The women organizing the Mari Sevens have encouraged teams to take part.
Encourage a lot more women to participate, and because of the worldwide, is that correct? Worldwide participation that our women have put us on the map now.
The Mari Sevens will be held on the 24th and 25th of this month at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, Mari Sevens today signed its ongoing partnership with the Fiji Sun. The daily newspaper is backing the tournament with $45,000 of advertising coverage for the 2-day event that takes place later this month.
At the rate we're going, it would exceed. And that is not inclusive of the editorial coverage that we are giving, the build-up coverage. So it would increase, definitely. And we're happy to give that commitment.
The Telecom Fiji Warriors are bracing for a tough match against Tonga A in its Pacific Rugby Challenge opener next Friday at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. The Warriors will have very little breathing room in the competition, with its matches against Japan A and Samoa A to follow on the 14th and 18th of this month. Meli Tavanga reports.
The Warriors were on strong against Tonga with a 56-18 win when they last met in the PRC last year. Vodafone Flying Fijians head coach John McKee says Tonga will be competitive up front.
Mostly at the team combinations and how the players fit into our style of play and the patterns of play we want to play. But we're also, very important for us is skill execution under pressure. So we're looking for players who can catch and pass well under pressure. But all
McKee says players are getting the basics right.
Out of 10. They've probably got a 6 or 7, so I think across the board players they'll be doing some hard work today and tomorrow, and then early next week to top them up for the tournament.
Warriors coach Senirusi Seruakula is confident the mixture of players will deliver when the time comes.
These are all the local boys playing in the Skipper Cup and the Fairbrother, and 5 of them went to the Flying Fijian Tour and Northern Tour. And there will be some new faces in the team.
The Warriors were undefeated last year and scored 5 tries and 36 unanswered points against Samoa A to lift the PRC trophy. Tonga A took 3rd place. Meli Tabanga, FBC Sports.
The Bar football side will miss the services of striker Saulo Wanga in the do-or-die clash against Team Wellington at the Oceania Champions League tomorrow. Bar needs nothing less than a win in tomorrow's match to qualify for the semi-finals. Meanwhile, Wanga, who scored Bar's winning goal against Puekura FC on Wednesday, copped yellow cards in the first 2 matches and will have to watch this game from the sidelines. The match kicks off at 6 p.m. Fijian flyer Eto Nambuli scored a hat-trick for the Reds against the Western Force in Super Rugby last night, but his efforts weren't enough for the Queensland side that went down 26-19 to the Force. Fiji Rugby's major sponsor, Vodafone, today handed a unique gift to the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation. Vodafone Fiji's Chief Marketing Officer, Rajneesh Prasad, presented the company with a Fiji Sevens jersey autographed by the Olympic gold medalists. This was in appreciation of the partnership between the 2 leading companies.
Presented this to ABC to ensure that we continue with a long-term partnership. And it's about giving them a gift from our side, which is unique and which will last forever.
Definitely, we'll find a prominent place at FBC because it's exciting, and we at FBC feel a sense of ownership about the Olympic win as well, because we'd like to take a bit of credit too because of our Go Fiji Go song.
That's it from sports. Join Angie later on with weather, and in the world of the weird and the wonderful, PwC auditors taking a lot of heat for muck-up at the 2016 Oscars. That's after the break.
I'm Andrea Sorbakro of Neabu Wenebuga Telebu. Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Kano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
There's an entry-level mobile phone at Vodafone Fiji for people who have little or no experience with smartphones. The Samsung Galaxy J1 Mini Prime is ideal for someone transitioning from basic non-internet phones. Rachel Nuth brings us the review.
The J1 Mini Prime was launched in November 2016. The phone comes with a 4.0-inch touchscreen display and has a resolution of 480 pixels by 800 pixels. The Samsung Galaxy J1 Prime is powered by a 1.2 GHz quad-core processor, and it comes with a 1 GB RAM. The phone packs 8 GB of internal storage that can be expanded up to 32 GB via a micro SD card. As far as the camera is concerned, the J1 Mini Prime has a 5-megapixel primary camera and a 2.2-megapixel front or selfie camera, which can take pretty standard pictures. Now, why is this device ideal for someone who is moving to a smartphone for the first time? Well, the device is simple. It operates with standard interface and navigation is very basic. Also, another plus is that buyers can upgrade from a 3G to a 4G network at reasonable prices.
And it's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. It's Friday and I know most of us get excited because the work week is over and finally it's the weekend where we get to do fun and exciting things with our families and friends. Now let's see what the situation was like in the west. It was partly cloudy with few showers. Temperatures were in the low 30s. Some light showers are expected overnight. Eastwards, from Pekhaba to Suva, there were few showers and it looks like a wet night, as more showers are expected tonight as well. And up in Banwa Levu, the northerners experienced some cloud cover and few showers, and like the other centers, the north will also have showers tonight. Tomorrow, it's looking pretty clear during the day bit, so definitely a time to move around, but be sure to catch the live action of our 7 heroes in Las Vegas right here live on FBC TV. But also note, the east will also have heavy showers by nightfall. To the Thames, Suva is looking a bit warm at 31 with Bar having a low of 22. Looking further on to Sunday, during daytime, the north will get heavy showers, and as we approach the evening, all that showery stuff will turn towards the east. At sea, northeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. And to the tides, the next high tide tonight is at 10:28 p.m. with a low tide tomorrow morning at 4:38. So Jackie, it looks like tomorrow's weather will be a great excuse to stay home and watch the Sevens in Las Vegas. But who needs an excuse to watch the Sevens?
Exactly. Thanks so much for that, Angie. On the eve of the Las Vegas Sevens, our Fijian Pulse segment looks at what fans think of Fiji's chances of making it a hat trick. Moving on, in the world of the weird and the wonderful, Hollywood has announced the much-anticipated sequel to its Oscar night block blunder, The Envelope of Doom. The 2 leading players have been banned for life. Recapping the main stories, Prime Minister tells the Kandrove chiefs to stop politicizing government developments. Dengue fever cases on the rise. 11 police officers charged for criminal offences in the month of February. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question, this week we are asking, are town and city councils doing enough in the fight against dengue fever? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, today's shot of the day, the rain with its own charm enhancing the beauty of the flowers. The shot was sent in by a loyal viewer from Kandavu. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. Or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. Until next time, from the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye for now.
कमल रोशनी है, हम लोगों में रहते हैं और मिर्ची FM सबसे बेस्ट स्टेशन है।
हमारा नाम मेसी है, हम गोल्ड टाउन तापुआ में रहता है और मिर्ची इज हॉट इन तापुआ।
Hi, we Badals. We love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
निवेश तावरा में रहता हूँ, सुनता है यहाँ मिर्ची FM is very hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.